Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ariane and this is The Missing. If you are new to the channel, welcome. This channel is dedicated to my Uncle Mark, who went missing in 2001. And if you're returning, welcome back. It's great to have you and thank you for being here today. Today's video is just going to be a quick little video. Today is June 30th and it is my Uncle Mark's birthday. Uncle Mark went missing back in 2001 from New Mexico. Now, there's been conflicting reports. If you watch the original video, the sound quality on it was off, and so it was a little hard to hear the story. But Mark went missing. He originally went to Thoreau, New Mexico in 2001, and by all accounts from the family, as far as they knew, he was in Thoreau, New Mexico. For the first 6 months that he was in Thoreau, he stayed in contact with one of his sisters and my grandmother. After about 6 months, one of my aunts received a phone call and he was looking for help, and she had contacted another sister who said, yes, if you hear from him, please give him my number, tell him to call me. And they waited for that call, and that call never came. That would be the last time anybody in the family would hear from him. Now, as I had stated in the past video, I began in 2013 timeframe having a series of dreams about my uncle that weighed heavily on my mind, because obviously the fact that he disappeared was upsetting to everybody in the family. Nobody had heard from him. In between the time that he went missing in 2001 and 2013, my grandmother had passed away, and we had tried to reach him. We reached out to the bed and breakfast that he was last known to be at in Thoreau, New Mexico, and the man there had said, oh, he emails me once in a while, and if I hear from him, I'll let you know. That will come into play later. What happened then was we obviously did not get a hold of him. We were not able to find him. We started hearing reports that he was working at a salon in Albuquerque, in Nob Hill area, and family members began searching for him in Nob Hill, and we had no success. We were not able to find him at that time. When 2013 hit, like I said, I had a series of dreams, and I began looking, excuse me, my cat's crying. I began looking for my uncle again and really diving deep into the mystery of what happened to my Uncle Mark. I was able to reach out to a detective in Thoreau, New Mexico. We began to research his social security number. We discovered that his driver's license expired in 2001, and he never renewed it, not in this state or any other state. My uncle did have a history of alcoholism and had gotten in trouble with the law in the past, and so we searched to see if he had gotten in trouble anywhere else and any other states, and there was nothing. We could not find anything anywhere. Give me just one moment. Sorry, I had to let little Vito out. And so we looked and were unable to find, any information. He hadn't been arrested in any other states for anything. I reached out to friends that lived in other states, Colorado, Texas, and nobody had heard from him. I began reaching out to friends here in town, and that's when I discovered that they said towards the end of summer 2001 that some of his friends said that he did come back into town. And as a matter of fact, he was in town when the September 11th attacks took place, that he had watched everything go down on the TV with one of his best friends. She stated that he lived with her for a while until about, she said, December of 2001, I believe, and then he moved out and moved in with a friend who owned a salon in Nob Hill, which makes sense because people said that they saw him working at this salon in Nob Hill around that time. I then reached out to that person who said that yes, that my uncle had stayed with him for a while, but that my uncle met somebody online and abruptly moved to New York, which by all indications does not settle right, because most of His friends and exes said that my uncle was not computer savvy and that the idea that he would just meet somebody online and travel to New York was pretty far-fetched. My uncle maybe would have left the state, but he never traveled too far from his family, because he always was in a distance within a reach to be able to get in contact with a family member or a friend if there was any type of trouble. And so that seemed a little shaky. One of his exes, who was working at a club in Albuquerque, said that he had seen my uncle shortly before Christmas of 2001, that my uncle had come into the bar and my uncle had told him that he was going to start his life over, that he was going to start from scratch, but that at that point he wasn't ready to let his family know that he was back in Albuquerque, and that he was just going to start over. He was going to get his life together and start fresh. And this ex of my uncle's was pretty happy to hear that. He said he then expected to hear from my uncle as he did every year for Christmas. Through the years, even though they had broken up and they were, they had remained friends, and my uncle would call him faithfully every Christmas. And when my uncle did not call him that Christmas, he said he knew something was wrong. And that's when he himself started asking around, has anybody seen Mark? Has anybody seen Mark? And nobody had seen my Uncle Mark. He got the same story that I got, which is that Mark abruptly left to New York because he met somebody. We cannot trace my uncle to New York. We have discovered email addresses. The detective and through discovered an email address using my uncle's information, but we're never able to reach out to the email company to find out if that email address, who set it up, or if it was active. The only other hit that we got was in 2010. Somebody used my uncle's social security number at the Towers Apartments in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But when the detective went to the Towers, they said they no longer had anybody living there that was using that social security number, and that they never had anybody there by my Uncle Mark's name, which was Mark Anthony Mestis. Since then, there's been nothing. No friends have seen him. Nobody's heard from him. There's nothing. We can't find any information on my uncle's whereabouts. I have searched high and low. I have reached out to exes. I have traced people's names that were on bonds, that ever, signed bond paperwork when he'd gotten in trouble. I can't find my Uncle Mark anywhere. So that was a quick rundown and recap of his story. You can watch his in-depth story. Was my very first video that I did, and like I said, the sound quality is not the best. I do apologize, but it gives you some more in-depth details. I beg you to please take a look at these pictures of my uncle. If you know anything, if you know where Mark Anthony Mestis is, please comment down below or email lovedonesmissing@gmail.com. If you know someone who has information on Mark's whereabouts, please comment or email. I am begging you. My uncle has been missing since 2001. We want to bring him home. Whether my uncle is alive or he's passed, I don't know. My heart tells me he's probably not with us anymore, but we still want to bring him home and lay him to rest. The fact that, like I said before, the idea that my uncle may have died and not realized exactly how loved he truly is and how missed he truly is breaks my heart. Today is his birthday. Uncle Mark, if you are out there and you are seeing this, or if somebody you know is watching this and knows where you are, happy birthday, Uncle, wherever you are. I love you so much, and I miss you so much, and I wish so badly that I could just hug you again and see you on this birthday. Wherever you are, I hope that you are dancing in joy and that you have an amazing birthday. And we love you so much, and we just want to bring you home. Please, if you have any information on my uncle's whereabouts, please help bring him home. Once again, you have a blessed day. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when new videos are uploaded. If you are struggling like we're struggling and you have a missing loved one or know someone who does, please have them email lovedonesmissing@gmail.com or comment down below. I'll be more than happy to get their information out and help you try to bring them home. I hope you have a blessed day.